How is it a back doctor, such as chiropractor, will tell you to change your diet? What is it about food that can make your back worse or can make it better? In this next animation, we're gonna go we explain you in layman's term how this is possible. What is it about food that can make your back better or worse? In chiropractor, we believe the causes of a stress, or we call it subluxation, are usually emotional, chemical, and physical. In this video animation, we're going to focus on chemical. Now, usually people think when we're talking about chemical, we are talking about drug, toxin, or petroleum product. But today I want to focus on food. You know, the regular food that you have every day, sandwiches, hamburger, pizza, pasta. These are the food that you don't think much that they could worsen your back or your neck. But these are the ones that could create a huge inflammation in your body. Now, what are the food that they can make inflammation? The very first one is white flour. White flour is known, especially for its gluten, causes inflammation. Sugar, it can create huge stress on your gland and hormone, and it does create inflammation. Animal fats, such as meat and dairy, these are because of long digestion and body reaction, they can create inflammation. Also, alcohol. Alcohol is inflammatory for various reasons. Now, inflammation in your body could be caused by many things, but food is a major cause of inflammation. Now, let's examine how inflammation affects your body in the very deep. Now let's see the spine. Now during the spine, you could go to see the joint in the spine. Between the vertebrae there is a disc. Now this disc could go to inflammation. Why? When a disc is inflamed, it can increase in size. Literally, when you have an inflamed body, like outside that you could swells up, even inside of you, a disc can swells up. And of course, it makes a difference. Let me make an example. If you have a bulge disc, worst case scenario, and the bulge disc is 3 millimeter bulged out, and it's pressing on the nerve, and that creates a huge back pain. Now let me ask you a question. If 1 millimeter would be less bulged, I mean the bulge disc could be decreased just by 1 millimeter, do you think that can make a difference in your back pain? You bet you will. Just 1 millimeter of deflammation, basically deflaming your joint, it could be the difference between you walking or crawling to my office. So just by this illustration, you should see that when you have a inflamed back, inflamed joint, it could either drop you or let you walk. Now you might say, okay, doc, you told me about all this food that I cannot have, so there's nothing to eat. I beg to differ. Anything that is plant-based diet, and as long as you are not allergic to it, because if you are allergic to even plant food, that could create inflammation. Anything that is coming from plant is a good food. Your body can digest it easily. It doesn't stay long time in your digestion. Basically, fruit, vegetable, nuts, beans, anything that comes from plant. In other words, if it comes from something that has a face on or walks, it's not for you. Now, on purpose, I put many slides on this video animation. So you see there are lots of variety of food, such as vegetable, fruit, different type of rice, different type of beans. Now, a lot of people ask me, can I have rice? You could have rice, not too much because that could create obesity, but in moderation, rice is actually not bad. It's a plant-based diet. Anything that comes from plant is usually a food that can help you and can help your back. Thank you for listening to this audio and video animation presentation.